Today, there's been two major updates added to JJS. A whole new character, basically a Yuta rework, Higuruma changes, and I have the proof fetish. Yuta has been completely changed. You might even call it a rework, since they've reworked Severing Path, reworked Resolute Slash, reworked Rika Down Slam, added a new move called Outburst, added another new move called Second Wind, added a new Rika move called Rika Smash, added two new Awakening moves, and by far the most controversial change, removing Rika Throw. This one has caused a lot of contention from what I've seen. Me personally, I don't play Yuta much, except when I want to use Rika Throw. Now it's gone. Forever. Now this one's the big one. Kurorushi has been added to JJS, and he's a big guy, he does a lot of things, so I'm gonna shorten it for you. His main gimmick or mechanic is related to his passive, the Festering Life Sword. How it works is certain attacks apply what's called an injury stack. For example, the first M1 applies 4, the third M1 applies 2, and basically what it does is that each second an injury stack is applied on a target, the injury stack will be removed, and then 1.5 damage will be dealt to the target. And then when the stacks reach 8, so nasty insect shit happens, and 12 damage is applied to the user, making him a mostly damage over time character, while still dealing very weak damage resemblance. Now for his first move, we have Festering Strikes, which does free base damage and 6 added on injury damage for a total of 9. Now, this move is blockable, but the injury status is applicable even if the opponent is blocking, so do with that what you will. Now for his second move, we have Detach. Now this one does a total of 7 damage, but something interesting happens. If his arm is still severed, his M1s go back to the normal 14 damage string one, and if the opponent was blocking and you land the move, you can reattach, which also does another 6 injury damage top of that, making it a total of 13. And it takes long. Now we move on to the third move. It's more simpler than the other one. This one is Chokehold. This move does a total of 6 damage, and it has a unique function where you can use it to feint other moves. This one also has a severed arm variant where you just punch them really hard, and it does more damage than its normal variant for a total of 10. Now our next and last move, Roach Swarm, had 3 different variants. The base move, the R special variant, and the air variant. All 3 of them don't apply an injury stack, and they all do 6 damage, except the special variant, which does 10 damage. And lastly for his base moveset, his special. It sends out 2 flying insects that follow a targeted player for 15 seconds. If these insects are hit, an unknown green substance explodes, it stuns the user, and covers the screen in green. Now his ult is probably my favorite in the game. Parthenogenesis, whatever the fuck that means. It actually has 2 variants, but for now we're gonna talk about the main one. What the base ult does is that you basically just make a clone of yourself that follows you at all times and uses its melee at the same time. Now what happens if you do this ult again? Well, you clone yourself, but your clone also clones itself, allowing you to have up to 15 clones. And if you down slam a dead body, allowing you to vor it, your next clone gets an additional 20 health, up to 100. The third and final variant allows you to break into any domain you ult near and destroy it, with the sole exception of Authentic Mutual Love and Idle Death Game.